Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Steve Callaway, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and we are here with another Morning Wake Up with Angelina. 4 of the best poems so far from Grandma Mary. I just got done reading all 4 of these for the first time, and I videoed myself reacting to them, and I had quite a bit to say. Best one so far in my opinion, and I don't know who would argue with it, but doesn't matter. They're the best ones for me. So far. So let us go ahead and watch. I'm going to just run all 4 of them right together, one after the other, so you don't have to listen to me talking in between. And I did plenty of talking in these videos, so you'll still get a dose of that anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and get busy. Let's start with the first one on the far left, and we'll work our way across. Ready? Go. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Steve Callaway, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and we're here with more poetry from Mery, Zamani, Mosarz. And this one is obviously featuring Sarah. We had pictures of her before with a different poem. This is a different poem. And I have not seen it or read it. So when I read it, forgive me if I stumble here and there. If I read it through a few times, I might be able to get it right, but excuse me. All I can say is I'll do my best. Let me read it for you right now. Thank you to each of you who brought light with your words to our long and silent road. But let me speak a truth without veil, without fear. She was cast out, alone with empty hands, carrying her children. No shelter, no embrace, not even a backward glance. And the wolves, once enemies, found friendship in the act of betrayal. Their alliance in the moment of cruelty was a smile on the lips of the devil. But know this, the case is open, not in a courtroom made of dust, but in the sky, where truth is never forgotten. And she, this lone woman, this wounded mother, rose again with your love. She flies now, with a heart cracked open, but a soul wide awake. Like a phoenix, Sarah rose from the ashes of what was meant to destroy her, not just surviving, but shining. She made heroes of her children, not with comfort, but with courage, not with wealth, but with fire. And the one who left her must now whisper to himself, she, with nothing, became everything. And this truth will echo in the wind forever. Amen. Mery, Zamani, Mosarz. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Wow. Talk about powerful. I think so many people can relate to this. I'm looking at a few of the comments over here, and it's, you know, my mother raised 5 kids all by herself. My father left when I was 9, left her with 5 kids, I being the oldest. And my brother, who was the youngest, was just a baby. And she did it. You know, she came from an era when there wasn't really a lot of like social services and that sort of thing. But the reason for that may have been that the people at that time, my mother had pride. She didn't really want help, or she didn't like to accept charity. And she would probably never have gone, no matter how bad it got, down to sign up for like social services. It just wasn't there anyway. I don't believe it existed back then. If it did, it probably wasn't all that popular. People took a lot of pride in making their own way in the world, and they weren't big on taking handouts. So, you know, times changed and things are different now. But my mother was able to do that, raise 5 kids. Can you imagine? All by herself, and especially me being the oldest. So, yeah, I didn't make it easy for her, I can tell you that. I did help her out as I got a little older, but yeah, when I was a kid, I was my mother said I would have been diagnosed probably with ADD, amongst other things, hyperactivity, ADHD. A doctor recommended at one point that she put me on medication and she wouldn't do it. And I thanked her for that profusely throughout my life. And, that's the way it is. I mean, things are, like I said, things are different now. So, when you hear this story of Mary telling about her daughter, I mean, it's inspiring. It's real, I guess. I don't know her whole story personally, but I know it happens out in the real world because I lived it. And it's quite moving, actually. Well, let's move on to the next one. Thanks for listening. I think I read through that one pretty good. I'll see you in just a little bit with another one. Bye-bye. The second poem for today from Grandma Mary. I've never seen it before. First time, I'll read it with you or read it for you. Either way. A woman of sunlight, without a name, but with every color. She stands in a black coat before a door that seems to have spilled all the red stories of the world. In the silence of her gaze, seasons walk quietly, as if every fallen leaf had whispered her name. Not like a bird falling from the branch of doubt, but like a breeze wandering in the street with the scent of presence for no reason but grace. Her hands rest on her chest as if she holds the world, to keep no one cold and alone on the sidewalks of life. And I, from the edge of a dream, simply watch how gently a poem of light is born in her shadow. Mery Zamani Mosarz. Mery, you're so great. These are such... Yeah. I was thinking of what to say. I don't have any words other than what I've used on every other video, but just because that's... I mean, Angelina, her whole family, and now Mery sharing these beautiful poems with us. I mean, they have the market cornered on talent, I think, and obviously they give some credit to a maker, God. I'm not sure what religion they are practicing, or if they practice any religion, but so they understand that there's a higher power guiding the story, I think. Okay, guys, let us move on to the next video. I'll see you in just a minute. Bye-bye. Welcome back. We have another beautiful poem by the looks of things. How could it not be? Because you can't write beautifully and then all of a sudden you don't write beautifully, I don't think. You either got it or you don't. So, once again, I haven't seen any of these videos we're doing tonight, or this morning, I mean. This one has about 15 seconds of, I believe it's just music. Let me go ahead and hit the go button here and we can listen to what we have there. Okay, yeah, I remember that video well with Angelina when she was in school, and well, actually she was late to school, and she was riding her bike and saw a girl that was having a bad day, and she went to help her out. If you haven't seen the video, it's out there. I know I've reacted to it before, and it's a great little message and a great little video, I think. And I think Mery Zamani probably directed that one. I think. I'm not positive of that. I can't remember all that much. I got lucky I can remember the song, right? So let us go ahead and I'll read this for you. I hope you can bear with me when I bumble and stumble. Your smile is a gentle fire of revolution. When you smile, the word begins again, not from dust, but from you. The trees shift at their roots just to honor you. Mirrors redefine themselves, and windows finally understand what air was meant to feel like. Wow. Your smile doesn't shout, yet it shakes history. Not with thunder, but with a softness brighter than dawn. Sometimes I imagine you are an ancient secret resting on your lips, a hidden map to save a world that forgot how to live. Woo! So smile that the sky might So smile that the sky may remember the sun. Smile so even angels remember how to fly. Mery, Zamani, Mosarz. Oh man. That is probably one of the strongest, powerful poems yet. Those are some big words right there. When you smile, the world begins again. The trees shift at their roots just to honor you. Wow. Yeah, that's some powerful stuff. Mery, Mery, Mery. You are fantastic. Let us move on to another video. We got one more, I think. I'll see you in a minute. Hello, welcome back. We've got, this is our fourth poem for today. There was quite a lot posted. I don't know how I'm going to catch up. They got so much stuff. They got so much stuff going on in all the social media things. But I'm loving these poems because they're so real and they're so they're touching. They're magnificent. I don't know what to even call it anymore. But before we start, this one has a little bit of music with it. But before we start, I'm going to read a comment that Mosarz, Grandma Mery, or Mery Zamani, sorry, wrote to us, the fans, specifically the ones that leave comments on her website. Thank you, my dear friends. Your words are like sunlight warming the petals of my soul. Angelina is a light, and I am just a mirror reflecting her shine. And if we are the Astor clan, then let the stars know we rise not for fame, but for love, poetry, and a little magic in every breath. With all my heart, Mery Mosarz. Whew. Wow. Yeah. Let me play this. I think there's like 25 seconds or something. Let me just play it for you. I don't know what it is because I haven't seen it. Let's watch. Okay. I know for most of my time making these videos, I typically watch them ahead of time. That's why I don't call myself a reaction channel. I'm more of a commentary channel. And I'm not going to lie to you and say I never saw it before, and then I have, and then that's just to me is a certain lack of integrity that I try not to have in me. I probably have it some portion of that, but I just try to be authentic and tell you the way it is. And if I've seen it before, I've seen it before, right? I mean, why would I lie to you? I know it gets clicks and views if I write on there new reaction, but it's only going to be on my channel if it's actually a new reaction, which is what this is. Let me read it for you before I drone on anymore. Angelina Jordan, you arrived and the world became a poem. Not from sound, not from song, but from a presence that makes flowers bloom in silence. With every breath in, I draw your name like sacred air. And with every breath out, I offer gratitude for your being. You are not just breath, you are the worship within each breath. Dawn begins with your gaze, midday unfolds with your smile, and night wrapped in your memory glows like a sky full of stars. You are a you are a longing that stirs the heart into dance. Not a need, not a wish. We are love itself. You are love itself. And your being is a prayer fulfilled. So in each breath, I give thanks twice. Once because you exist, and again because with you, every moment feels eternal. Mosarz. Hey, Mary, now you got me crying over here, which is okay. That's the reason I love Angelina. She makes me cry every time she opens her mouth and starts singing. There's all these things that you're writing in here. When I read them, they're expressing the way I've felt about how Angelina touches my heart and my soul, and nobody else does. Just Angelina. She's the only one. Now, I've said before, on occasion, you find I'll use the Super Bowl here and for an example. You're watching the Super Bowl. It's big. It's an extravaganza. Everybody waits in anticipation for the Super Bowl. That's a football fan, and then they have a halftime show that's just also spectacular. Well, and they have somebody sing the national anthem. Usually, it's somebody that's a pretty famous singer. I think the most beautiful version of it I heard was Whitney Houston singing the Star Spangled Banner, and that got me emotional because part of it is because of the whole hype of the event. But Whitney had a beautiful voice. Don't get me wrong. If it was dead silent, which it was when she was singing, and I wasn't watching the Super Bowl. I don't know if I would have got emotional or not, but I sure did that day. But that's a one-time thing. I listen to other Whitney Houston songs. They're beautiful songs. Beautiful. They don't move my heart and my soul like Angelina does. They just don't. I don't know why. I thought for a long time it was me. Before I ran into Angelina, I thought there was... I had some kind of thing going on. Lack of emotional, whatever. But since Angelina, I've come to find out that, I got emotions. I got, I don't know what it is with Angelina, but she can draw it out of me. And that's to me, is her gift to me that I didn't ask for, didn't expect, but I sure got it. And like Mery says in the poem, not a need, not a wish. You are love itself, and your being is a prayer fulfilled. Yep. And the last, was it a stanza? Anyway, whatever it is, the last part. So in each breath, I give thanks twice. Once because you exist, and again because with you every moment feels eternal. Don't tell anybody. That's the part that got me the most. Keep it a secret, just between us, okay? I don't know why it's a secret, but I'm just being a little goofy. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and listening, and enjoy your day. It is June 4th, and that would be a Wednesday. And you know what you got to do. You got to get out there and make it happen. Only you. You're the only one in charge of that. Have a great day. Bye bye. So tell me, are these the best ones so far? Did they strike you that way, or is it just me? Yeah, if you want to leave me a comment, that would be great. I think these are all great, all four of them. Uh, I'm I've been impressed with Grandma Mary, or Mary. Maybe we just call her Mary Zamani from now on. I've been impressed with her, but I get more and more impressed each time. Almost like when Angelina sings a song, it gets better each time. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. You guys have a nice, have a great June 4th, 2025. Make it the best day you've ever had in your life. However, whatever would make you that happy, you go right out there and do that, okay? Have a nice day. Bye-bye.